In a cozy greenhouse, nestled amongst towering sunflowers and vibrant orchids, lived a group of succulents living happily. There was Wilfred the aloe vera, his thick, spiky leaves shimmering with a gentle glow. Beatrice, the jade plant, boasted plump, round leaves that resembled miniature emeralds. Opuntia, the energetic bunny ear cactus, flaunted her fuzzy, green pads that wiggled excitedly whenever she had something to share. And then there were the twins, Larry and Lola, the lithops, who looked more like pebbles with cracks running down their centers than plants. One sunny morning, while Beatrice was busy practicing her photosynthesis and Wilfred was dreaming of becoming a superhero with healing powers, Opuntia came bouncing over. "Guess what? Guess what?" she squeaked, her voice barely a whisper above a breeze. "What is it, Opuntia?" Beatrice asked, her leaves rustling with curiosity. "The annual flower show is happening outside today. Mr. Hernandez promised to take us all if we behave," Opuntia announced, her excitement causing her pads to wobble. Wilfred's spiky leaves perked up. "A flower show? That sounds magnificent. Will there be giant roses taller than me?" Opuntia giggled. "Maybe not that big, Wilfred, but there will be all sorts of flowers, colorful, fragrant, some with petals as soft as feathers." The twins, Larry and Lola, finally spoke, their voices raspy from disuse. "Flowers? What are flowers?" they mumbled, their cracked pebble like bodies barely moving. Beatrice chuckled. "Flowers are the most beautiful things in the world, Larry and Lola. They come in all shapes, sizes, and colors, and they smell divine." The prospect of a world beyond the greenhouse filled the succulents with a sense of wonder. Even the usually quiet twins seemed intrigued. When Mr. Hernandez, the kind old gardener, arrived with a wide straw hat and a basket, their excitement reached a fever pitch. The flower show was a dazzling spectacle. Roses of every color imaginable bloomed proudly, lilies stretched their elegant necks towards the sun, and orchids cascaded in a riot of vibrant hues. But what truly captivated the succulents were the sunflowers. Towering giants with faces like golden suns, they seemed to nod at them in greeting. "Wow," Wilfred exclaimed, his voice filled with awe. "They're even more magnificent than I imagined." Beatrice gasped, her emerald leaves shimmering. "Look at those delicate pansies. They look like someone scattered drops of colorful ink." Even Larry and Lola, usually inseparable, ventured apart, their cracked surfaces glistening with a newfound curiosity as they examined a bed of tiny forget-me-nots. Opuntia, ever the social butterfly, flitted from flower to flower, collecting pollen on her fuzzy pads and buzzing with delight. As the afternoon sun began to dip below the horizon, Mr. Hernandez gently lifted them back into the basket. "It's time to head home, my little friends," he said kindly. Back in the greenhouse, nestled amongst their familiar friends, the succulents were buzzing with stories. Opuntia described the velvety feel of a rose petal. Beatrice shared the intoxicating fragrance of a lavender bush, and even Larry and Lola spoke of the mesmerizing blue forget-me-nots. Wilfred, gazing up at the star-studded sky, sighed contentedly. "The world outside is amazing," he admitted, "but there's no place like home, especially when you have friends like you all." With that, the friends joined forces, stacking themselves on top of each other's shoulders until they formed a human tower. With Emily at the bottom, Lucy in the middle, Tim above her, and Sammy at the very top, they reached out with their outstretched fingers until they could almost touch the key.